Do you need to learn Python to succeed with AI? Or can no-code tools get you there faster? This is probably the most common question I see from aspiring AI entrepreneurs, and honestly, it's the question that's keeping thousands of people stuck on the sidelines. Watching everyone else build AI businesses while they're frozen in indecision, here's what usually happens. You see someone building incredible AI products. You get excited. You start researching. Then you hit a wall. Half the content you find says learn to code or you'll never be taken seriously. The other half says no code is all you need. Coding is a waste of time. And you're left there paralyzed, not knowing which path to take. Should you spend 6 months learning Python? Should you dive into no-code tools and hope they're enough? What if you choose wrong and waste all that time? Well, today I'm going to end that paralysis once and for all. Because the truth is, both paths can lead to success, but they lead to different kinds of success. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly which path is right for you. It's based on what you actually want to build and how you want to build it. No more confusion, no more second guessing, just clarity and a clear direction forward. Let's dive in. First, let's address the elephant in the room. Why are so many entrepreneurs feeling this paralysis in the first place? It comes down to fear. It's fear of making the wrong choice, fear of wasting time, fear of being left behind while everyone else races ahead. You see someone on Twitter building an AI SaaS product using code, making $50,000 a month, and you think, maybe I need to learn programming. Then you see someone else using no-code tools to build an AI automation agency, also making great money, and you think, wait, maybe I don't need code at all. The problem is that both examples are real. Both paths work, but they work for different people, for different business models, and for different goals. And here's what makes this even more confusing. The AI landscape is evolving so fast that what was true 6 months ago might not be true today. No-code tools are getting more powerful every single month. But at the same time, the people who can actually code are building things that no-code platforms simply can't replicate yet. So you're not crazy for feeling confused. This is confusing, but it doesn't have to be, because once you understand the fundamental differences between these two paths, not just the surface-level differences, but the strategic differences, the right choice for you will become obvious. Let's start with no-code AI tools and what they actually offer. When we talk about no-code, we're talking about platforms like Zapier, Make.com, Bubble, Stack AI, VoiceFlow, and dozens of others that let you build AI-powered applications by dragging and dropping components, connecting APIs, and setting up workflows, all without writing a single line of code. The biggest advantage of no-code is speed. You can go from idea to working prototype in days, sometimes hours. You're not spending weeks learning syntax, debugging errors, or fighting with development environments. You're building. And for a new entrepreneur, speed is everything. Speed means you can test ideas quickly. Speed means you can start making money faster. Speed means you can validate whether people actually want what you're building before you've invested months of your life into it. I've seen people build working AI chatbots for specific industries in a weekend using no-code tools. I've seen someone create an AI appointment scheduling system in 3 days that clients were willing to pay $500 a month for. That's the power of no-code. You're not building from scratch. You're assembling proven components in new ways. The barrier to entry is also incredibly low. You don't need a technical background. You don't need to understand programming concepts. You can follow a tutorial and think logically about how processes should flow. You can build with no-code tools. And here's something people don't talk about enough. No-code tools are getting really sophisticated. A few years ago, no-code meant simple automations and basic workflows. Today, you can build complex AI agents, multi-step workflows with conditional logic, integrations with hundreds of services, and user interfaces that look professional and polished. But, and this is important, no-code has limitations. You're constrained by what the platform allows. If the platform doesn't have a feature you need, you're stuck. If you want to do something truly custom, something that's never been done before, you're going to hit walls. Scalability can also be an issue. No-code platforms often charge based on usage, which means as your business grows, your costs can skyrocket. A workflow that costs you $50 a month at small scale might cost $500 or $5,000 a month when you're processing thousands of users. And there's also the question of differentiation. If you're using the same no-code tools as everyone else, building similar workflows? How do you stand out? How do you create something truly unique that competitors can't replicate in a week? These aren't deal breakers. They're just constraints you need to be aware of. Now let's talk about the code-heavy path. When we say code-heavy AI, we're talking about learning programming languages like Python. Understanding how to work with AIAP is directly building custom applications, and potentially even training or fine-tuning your own AI models. The biggest advantage here is flexibility. You can build anything. You're not limited by platform constraints. If you can imagine it and figure out the logic, you can code it. This means you can create truly unique products. You can optimize for performance in ways no-code platforms can't. You can build proprietary technology that becomes a competitive moat, something that's genuinely hard for others to copy. If you're building a SaaS product that you want to scale to thousands or millions of users, code gives you control over costs and performance. You can optimize your infrastructure, choose the exact services you need, and scale in ways that make economic sense. The people making the biggest exits in AI right now are generally the ones who can code. They're building VC-backed startups, creating innovative AI products that push boundaries, and selling companies for millions or even billions of dollars. But here's the reality check. Coding has a steep learning curve. If you're starting from zero, learning to code well enough to build functional AI applications is going to take months, probably 6 to 12 months of consistent study and practice. That's not a weekend project. It's a serious time investment. You'll spend a lot of that time being frustrated, debugging errors, dealing with version conflicts, trying to understand documentation that assumes you know things you don't know yet. It's a grind. And even after you learn the basics, you're still far from being able to build production-ready applications. There's a huge gap between I can follow a tutorial and I can architect and build a reliable product. For many entrepreneurs, especially those who just want to build a profitable business quickly, this time investment doesn't make sense. You could be making money with no-code tools in the time it takes you to just get comfortable with basic Python. So let's get practical. How do you decide which path is right for you? I'm going to give you a framework that makes this decision crystal clear. Choose no-code. If you want to start making money in the next 30 to 90 days, no-code gets you to market faster than anything else. If cash flow is your priority, this is your path. You're building service-based businesses, AI automation agencies, AI chatbot services, AI appointment setting. These are perfect for no-code because you're solving specific, defined problems for clients, not building scalable software products. You want to test multiple ideas quickly. No-code lets you build, test, and pivot fast. You can try 3 different business ideas in the time it would take to learn enough code to build one. You're not technical and have no interest in becoming technical. Some people love learning to code. Others would rather focus on sales, marketing, and client delivery. Neither is wrong. Know which type you are. Your business model is based on recurring revenue from clients, not massive user scale. If you're planning to serve 20 to 100 clients paying you $500 to $2,000 per month each, no-code handles that beautifully. Choose the code-heavy path if you want to build a product that can scale to thousands or millions of users. If your vision is a SaaS product with massive scale, code gives you the foundation to make that happen efficiently. You're building something truly innovative that doesn't exist yet. Custom AI models, unique algorithms, novel applications, these require the flexibility that only code provides. You enjoy learning technical skills and have 6 to 12 months to invest before you need revenue. This is a longer play, but the ceiling is higher. You want to raise venture capital. VCs generally prefer teams that can code because it means faster iteration and less dependency on external tools. If you're going for the VC-backed startup route, coding is almost essential. You care about building intellectual property and competitive moats? Code lets you create proprietary technology that's genuinely difficult to replicate. You're already technical or have a technical co-founder. If you already know how to code or you're partnering with someone who does, then obviously you should leverage that advantage. Let me give you some real examples to make this concrete. A code success story? There's an entrepreneur named Marcus who built an AI-led qualification service for real estate agents. He uses Make.com to connect AI chatbots with CRM systems, automatically qualifying leads and booking appointments. He has 35 clients paying him $800 per month each, It's $28,000 a month in recurring revenue. His total software costs are about $1,200 a month. Built the entire system in 3 weeks using no-code tools, and he has zero coding skills. Could he scale this to 10,000 clients? Probably not without rebuilding everything in code. But does he need to? No. He's making great money. He has a lifestyle business he loves, and he's not dealing with the stress of managing a tech startup. That's a no-code win. Code-heavy success story. There's a founder named Priya who built an AI-powered content analysis tool for legal firms. He uses custom natural language processing to analyze contracts and identify risks, something that required building proprietary algorithms and training custom models. She spent 8 months learning to code and building the MVP. The first year was brutal, lots of learning, lots of failed experiments, barely any revenue. But now she has 200 companies using her platform at an average of $500 per month each. That's $100,000 a month in recurring revenue. And because she built it with code, her costs scale efficiently. She recently raised $2 million in seed funding to expand the team. Could she have built this with no code? No. The custom AI work she needed simply wasn't possible with off-the-shelf tools. That's a code-heavy win. Notice something important. Both entrepreneurs are successful, but they took different paths to different types of success. Here's another way to think about it. No-code is about speed to market and service-based revenue. Code is about scale and product-based revenue. If you want to build a business where you're reactively delivering services to clients, even if those services are powered by AI, automation no-code is usually the faster, smarter choice. You're not building a product that needs to serve millions of users. You're creating solutions for a specific number of clients who pay you well for solving their problems. If you want to build a product that runs without your direct involvement that can scale to massive user bases that could potentially be acquired for millions of dollars, then code is probably the path you need to take. You're playing a different game with different rules. And here's the secret that nobody tells you. You can start with no code and transition to code later. Lots of successful companies started with no-code tools to validate their idea and get initial customers. Then hired developers or learned to code themselves to rebuild for scale. Starting with no code doesn't lock you into anything. It just gets you moving. The only real mistake is doing nothing. Spending months or years researching and preparing and learning without ever actually building something people will pay for. Let's address one more thing. What if you're still not sure? Here's my advice. Start with no code for 90 days. Give yourself 3 months to build something with no code tools. Don't just follow tutorials. Actually build something you can sell. Try to get your first 3 to 5 paying clients. If you love it, if you're making money, if you see a clear path to building the business you want, keep going with no code. You've found your lane. If you hit walls, if you feel constrained, if you keep thinking, I wish I could customize this more, then consider learning to code. But at least now you'll have real hands-on experience. You'll know what you're building and why you need code. That context makes learning to code 10 times easier. Starting with no code isn't settling. It's being smart. It's getting evidence before making a massive time investment. And remember, the market doesn't care how you've built something. Clients don't care if you used code or no code. They care about results. They care about whether you solved their problem. Nobody ever asked me, did you build this chatbot with code or no code? They asked, how much will this save me and how fast can we get started? That's what matters. So let me bring this all together. The no-code versus code debate isn't really a debate at all. It's a false dichotomy. Both paths can lead to success. Both have created millionaires. Both have limitations. The question isn't which is better. The question is which is better for you and for what you want to build. If you want speed, service-based revenue, and the ability to start making money in weeks, go no-code. If you want scale, product-based revenue, and the ability to build truly unique technology, learn to code. If you're not sure, start with no code for 90 days and see where it takes you. But whatever you do, make a decision and commit to it for at least 3 months. Stop researching. Stop comparing. Stop waiting for perfect clarity. The only real failure is paralysis. The only real mistake is watching everyone else build while you're still trying to figure out which tutorial to start with. Is moving fast. The opportunities are real, but they won't wait for you to feel 100% confident. Pick your path. Start today. Adjust as you go. That's how you win. If this video helped you break through the confusion and figure out your path forward, subscribe to this channel right now. I'm here to cut through the hype, the confusion, and the overwhelm, giving you clear, actionable strategies to build real AI businesses. And hit that like button if you found this valuable. It tells the algorithm to show this video to more people who are stuck in the same place you were 15 minutes ago. The future belongs to the people who take action, not the people who wait for perfect certainty. So what's it going to be? No code or code? Either way, start today. See you in the next one.